Many of us are this every day, a passenger in a vehicle. And while we're always concerned about the driver of the car, 25% of those killed in crashes are passengers. Candace Lightner joins us this morning with a new mission, We Save Lives. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me and helping us spread the word.
Absolutely. First of all, Candace, tell us a little bit about yourself. There's a pretty significant reason why you are involved in measures to keep us safe on the roads.
Yes, in 1980, my 13-year-old daughter, Carrie, was killed by a multiple repeat offender, hit-and-run drunk driver. And I learned at the time that probably nothing would happen to him because that's the way the system worked. And as a result of that, I started MADD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
And now you are looking at doing something else here with We Save Lives. And this week is a special week. It's the first ever National Passenger Safety Week.
That's right. That's right. You know, it's interesting because we've seen the statistics go up. In your state alone, your fatalities went up, I think, 6% over 2019. And there's always been all this focus on the drivers. And yet passengers have the right to be safe, too. They have the right to speak up. And so what we would like to do is empower them to exercise that right when they're threatened by an unsafe driver. A distracted driver, for example, that goes to pick up their phone, you have to make it very clear that's not safe, you're not comfortable with that they should either wait till they get to their destination or you'll take the call for them. In the case of drunk or drug driving, we ask you to try to keep them from driving before they get in the car. But if they insist on driving, you don't get in the car. You find another way home, but do not get in the car. And when you look at the numbers and you realize if all of these passengers would just speak up, how many lives we could save, it would be in the thousands.
You know, and it can be difficult, especially I think for teen passengers and drivers. You know, obviously this is the group that we really want to hit home with because they do have the power to do something, and we do know distracted driving is a big thing with our young drivers. But it could be a little bit hard. I feel like peer pressure, different things for these young passengers to speak up. But when you look at the statistics, it's so important that we really just drill into our kids like it's okay to speak up and do something.
Well, on the website, we have a number of tools that parents can use in talking to their children, including a checklist that a very dear friend of mine helped me put together after her teenage daughter was killed in a car with 7 teenagers. And we have videos that you can share with your teens. We just have a number of things that you can do, and I think it's really important. We also have a series of questions that I really like that parents can ask their teens before they're going to get in the car with someone. Do you know if they're a safe driver? Are they licensed? Do they wear a seatbelt? Are they on drugs, even prescription drugs? I mean, there's a whole list of questions and information that you should know before you let your teen get in the car with someone else.
I know that, they want to be independent, but we, want to protect them too and help them make good decisions. And I think part of that also comes from us modeling that good behavior as well in the car.
Absolutely. In fact, I think there was a study done some time ago that said teens learn more from their parents' driving habits than they do from just about anything else.
So this week, January 23rd, so officially started yesterday through the 29th, is this brand new first ever National Passenger Safety Week. So now is the time to talk with our young drivers and to model our good behavior in the vehicles as well. Where can parents and drivers, anybody go to get more information about this?
www.passengersafety.org, I think is the website. Sorry that I get it confused. There's one other thing I want to mention. It's not just teens, it's adults too. I mean, as recently as about 3 weeks ago, I had to stop a driver from using her GPS system on her cell phone and not listening to it, but looking at it while we were driving. And I had to let her know that wasn't acceptable while I was in the car. So adult passengers also need to exercise their right to stay safe.
And as you just mentioned, that's what you did. Exactly. Said, nope, we're not going to do that. And, pull over, do whatever we got to do. Just don't do it while we're driving and on the road.
Our lives are important.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
They're worth speaking up.
Very good. Candace, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.